happening, everybody? Welcome back. Electrified Rider here. Well, I'm out on the veteran Sherman S once again today, and I wanted to make a video specifically talking about this wheel, my very first electric unicycle. It's been 6 months now since I began riding electric unicycle, and I started off on the veteran Sherman S. And I gotta tell you, to this day, this wheel remains my favorite wheel in my stall, and that says a lot because I've got some good wheels. I've got the ET Max and also the Veteran Lynx, both amazing wheels in their own right. But the Sherman S, for me, it just ticks all the boxes. Does it leave something to be desired? A little bit. I talked about in previous videos how I wish that there was a little bit more torque off the line, and also maybe a higher top end speed that would be available to tap into. And well, I got both those things in the Veteran Lynx and the ET Max, and they're an absolute joy to ride as well. But when I get back on the Sherman S, my original wheel, maybe perhaps I'm a bit biased just because it is my first wheel and the wheel that I did the most riding on thus far. I've got 2,242 miles on the veteran Sherman S at this point. Doing a bit of exploring today, just taking all these neighborhoods to their furthest back end, seeing if there's anything new that I come across. Let me tell you about some of the strong suits with the veteran Sherman S, things that I like the most about this wheel. Well, number one, comfort. The veteran Sherman S nails it with the fast A suspension. The way the body is shaped, the width of the wheel, the height of the wheel, everything is just a perfect match for myself. And everybody's going to be different, so keep that in mind. Depending on the type of riding you're doing, your height, your weight, your riding style, all these things are going to come into play and become deciding factors on what might be your favorite EEC. For myself, being at around 245, 250 pounds without gear, I find that the 100-pound veteran Sherman S is perfect for me. I do enjoy the lighter weight of the Lynx, and it definitely comes into play, especially when doing off-road riding. But for everyday utility, riding around, I'd like my wheel to be a little heavier because of the added stability that comes along with that. I am rocking the Grizzly Power pads, which is what I've been sporting on this wheel since day one. They're a perfect fit for the Sherman. I have no intention on changing the pads on this wheel. But as I was saying, the overall comfort of the ride on the veteran Sherman S is something that has been unmatched for myself. And the experience that I've had thus far on the wheels I've ridden, they just dialed this wheel in absolutely perfectly, in my opinion. Now it's a 100-volt wheel, and a 100-volt wheel just a short time ago was where it was at. It's funny how fast things have changed. Of course, the higher voltage and such is a great thing on the wheel. Now here's a situation where you need a horn because she's not paying any attention. But I feel perfectly safe on this wheel at 100 volts. In fact, I feel the most safe and secure on the veteran Sherman S over any of my wheels, which they all feel good. But there's something confidence inspiring about the veteran Sherman S that I really enjoy. Thank you. I've always been someone who appreciates a product's utility. Of course, the overall looks of whatever it is that I may be considering purchasing also are very important. And with the veteran Sherman S, they hit the nail on the head on both of those points. It is a perfect utility wheel. It's able to do just about anything that I throw at it. Actually, anything I've thrown at it, from going downstairs, curb hops and drops, riding off-road, even with the street tire on it, zipping around at higher speeds, taking a cruise. And one of the best features is the total range of the wheel. With a 3600 watt-hour battery, this wheel goes and goes and goes. If I've got a longer group ride that I'm going to participate in, or if I've just got a longer distance to go in general and I don't want to have to do any stopping and charging, this is the wheel I'm going to take. It also makes an excellent seated riding wheel. As you can see, I installed the Honda Rebel passenger seat. Shout out to Matthew Tech Moto for his share on this seat installation. I went ahead and followed his steps there, and it has been a proven winner. The seat is comfortable. It brings your seated height up a few inches, which is great, and it fits the trolley handle perfectly. So I love riding the veteran Sherman S seated. I learned riding seated on the Sherman S. And so for transition riding, if you're going on a longer ride, especially if you're dealing with gusty winds or if you just need to give your feet a rest from time to time, the Sherman's got you covered there as long as you've got the skill under your belt. Some of the other settings on the wheel that I'm utilizing are a -2 on the wheel tilt. So I've got it tilting forward a little bit just to help with acceleration. Overall, it's very comfortable for me. I'm also rocking 28 PSI in the tire. I found that to be just perfect. It's amazing how even just 1 PSI can change the ride feel so dramatically. 28 PSI is what I've been riding on this wheel for a few months now, and it's perfect for me. So in 2024, with all the new wheels that have been coming out, would I still recommend the veteran Sherman S to a new rider or somebody looking to upgrade their current wheel? 100%. Like I said, this wheel has grown on me. I love it. It's comfortable. Its utility is unmatched at this point. It's extremely fun. It's got all the zip you need, all the power you need. And if you like being able to get longer range on your EUC, go for longer rides without charging in between. And there's only really a few wheels out there that have a larger battery at this point. But the Sherman S is a great option. I've had 0 issues with this wheel in the 6 months that I've been riding. Haven't even had to tighten a single bolt on this wheel. I'm still riding the stock pedals. I find that these pedals are just fine. I don't see a reason to change them. I had intended to put on some spike pedals, but as I continue to ride on this wheel with the comfort that I have and the confidence that I have riding this wheel, why change the feel at all when everything seems dialed in to your liking, right? The seated riding, again, with the Honda Rebel passenger seat, super comfortable. You can definitely get zooming in this position as well. Loving it, guys. regardless of what wheel you're riding, ride safe, have fun, and enjoy the moment, living in the now. That's one thing that the electric unicycle does so well, is bring you into the moment.